What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News. It's aftermath time. The big fight was yesterday between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, and these guys fought and duked it out to a draw. A lot of people saw it as Tyson Fury winning. I had Tyson Fury winning, of course, 10 rounds to 2. And the 2 knockdowns made it interesting. And I think about certain scorecards in the past, and they were similar to this. I remember a guy named James Page fought a guy named Jose Luis Lopez, 2 welterweights, and the fight was similar. Matter of fact, that wasn't that wasn't James Page. That was actually Corte and Jose Luis Lopez. And Corte landed 319 jabs. He actually broke a record that fight for landing the amount of jabs. But, they turned that fight into I think it was a no contest or whatnot. Or it was a draw or whatever it was. But it was a weird decision calling. And this is no exception. I think Tyson Fury did enough to win by him climbing his back off the canvas, okay, along with his head off the canvas. He proved and he won by default because he had already accumulated the amount of points round by round that it took to win this particular bout. Now, you can't say what if. You can't say, oh, if Deontay Wilder had more time, he would have knocked out Fury. Fury just didn't survive through the last minute of that fight or through the last round of that fight. Fury actually came back like he did in round 9, the first round that he was knocked down, and rallied like he did. And actually, he gave his own two-piece dinner ticket. His own two-piece dinner ticket he gave to Deontay Wilder and buckled Deontay. So Deontay really had to deal, man, with the toughness of Tyson Fury. The refusal to quit. He had to deal with that shit. And he's not used to that. And I know that affected him mentally because he was like, oh, I got this guy out of here. Even when Wilder knocked him down, even when he did that, he thought, oh, I got him, because that's his signature. Windmill, get him out of there, berate him with punches, don't care where they land, you're going out. That didn't happen. Fury tied him up, and then he gave him something special to deal with. He gave him his own aggression. A lot of people just try to survive that barrage of punches from Wilder instead of knowing that Wilder was open for those attacks because he's so wild, he's so unconventional, right? So Fury knew. I don't even know, honestly, guys, I looked back at that fight. I watched that fight again. And honestly, I think that Tyson Fury really didn't fall from a knockdown. I think that was a farce. I think that punch, he did that to see what Wilder was going to do to leave himself open. Because remember something, guys. Deontay Wilder's not an aggressive guy unless he gets you hurt. He's going to paw with that jab. He's not even really going to stick the jab. Every so often, he might throw one jab. But he's never just, did a combination by the jab. It's always paw, look for the right. If the right's not there, sometimes he throws it anyway, just to see where it goes, what the fighter does, and how the fighter reacts to that right hand. You know what I mean? Because everyone knows that's his bread and butter. Everyone knows that's his one-trick pony. Now, mind you this, if Deontay Wilder had better trainers, they probably would have informed him, like, dude, you have power in your left too. Yeah, the right will get you out of there, but if you notice, the left hook is also the punch that could set up the right hand if he had efficient trainers. Man, Deontay Wilder is surrounded by people that will eventually expose him like he was last night. Those trainers that he had, man, he needs more training. He needs someone like, well, I was going to say Emmanuel Stewart, but he needs someone like either the Mayweathers or somebody that's going to teach him how to fucking box, okay? That's the problem with Deontay Wilder. He doesn't know how to box. And I feel bad for him because the only thing he's actually learned from the Olympics is how to take a punch on a professional level. He does know how. He is tough, okay? And he has speed, you know what I mean? And the speed comes from his physique. He's not really a big guy, overweight. So his physique actually benefits him for speed. Whereas Tyson Fury, let's face it, do you guys really think Tyson Fury was at 100%? You know what I'm saying? This guy was a guy that what he had, he used and fought to a draw, but basically he won, okay? It's like Canelo Triple G won. That wasn't a damn draw. That was actually a gift decision because they didn't really want to tell the truth and give the right decision. And they didn't want to award the fighter that really won because of all types of other political BS and corruption. So what they did, they gave him a draw. So that's what Tyson Fury received with what? 60%, 65%? You know what I'm saying? Let's face it. This guy was on his ass 3 years. And I know he was going to say that. And in fact, if he would have got knocked out, which everyone thought in the 12th round, he would have used it and it would have actually been legitimate and it would have fit. People wouldn't have complained. You see what I'm saying? People would have been like, well, damn, he lasted 12 freaking rounds. He got to the 12th round with this guy that's been fighting consistently and he has not. You know what I mean? So I think that this fight showed that Tyson Fury, I think he had the spirit of Ali in there or something. You know what I'm saying? I really do believe that. I think he psyched himself out. He spoke things to an existence. He said what he was going to do. And I'd be damned, he did it. You know what I mean? And it was like, it's the power of belief is very important. I remember him being on Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan said that, hey, man, belief is a powerful thing. That is absolutely true. Tyson Fury believed, hey, I'm going to go out there. I'm going to expose Wilder. I'm going to outbox Wilder. He won't be able to throw those punches. And honestly, let's look at the punches he did land. He might have landed 5 right hands all night long. So really the scorecards, I questioned them. I questioned why was the scorecards, how did Deontay Wilder land the power shots that he land? I don't get that. You know what I mean? I'm like, where the hell did they come from? Because all I seen is Tyson Fury dancing around, peppering with the jab. Sure, Deontay landed good jabs, had Tyson Fury's nose bleeding. I get that. But those aren't power punches. So I'm like, okay, he threw some punches to the body, but those were very few in between. So I'm like, okay, where did those come from? Right? So I'm trying to think, okay, where did these points from punches accumulate and are considered power punches? You know what I'm saying? Like, where did these come from? I don't get it. So that was strange. Deontay in the press conference, he said that count was rather long, but if he knows Jack Reese is a fighter that he does give a fighter an opportunity to get up. So yeah, they picked the right ref versus, yeah, the ref benefited Tyson Fury in this fight. Sure. Because of the ref and the style of the ref. He counts. He gives real true counts. They're not slow counts. Because a lot of refs count fast as shit. If you notice, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 9, they're waving off. If a lot of referees call it off on the 9th count when the fighter's getting up. You know what I'm saying? Jack Reese is one of those guys. If you get up on 9, he's like, you almost missed it. He gives you the opportunity. But don't worry, guys. Get this. The referee that was in the corner for when he fought Ortiz it benefited him. So he can't be mad at the end of the day. He needs to respect who they picked for the officials. He also has to respect he had the home team advantage, even though they booed the shit out of him, even though Tyson Fury's fans came out in bunches, right, to support him. And that's another thing that I'll get to in another video. But yeah, he had the support. He did not have the home team advantage. He had a lot. He had the fighting spirit with him, man. That's what he had. And I look at this fight. Listen to me very carefully, guys. The rematch, there will be a rematch. But it's up to Tyson, though. It really is up to Tyson. But I think Tyson should I think he'll be ready for the third fight and it'll be a different fight, but it cannot be in Vegas. It can't be. It needs to be in the UK. This fight didn't do what it's supposed to do, like gate-wise, because of the venue, first of all, and the location. So Tyson Fury states. So to prove everyone wrong, and to prove his fact of saying that that fight would have sold 75,000 in the UK, well, guess what? I guarantee you that shit'll sell 75,000 on the rematch in the UK. So, yeah, I think it should be in the UK. I think if it's a rematch clause, and since it's a draw, I think that Deontay Wilder needs to defend that title to the lineal champ, the true lineal champ, because now Tyson Fury has proven that he's not a farce. He's not a one-hit wonder, okay? So now he's been in there with not only Klitschko and upset him, now he's basically upset Deontay Wilder also. So, yeah, Deontay Wilder needs to come over that pond and defend that title there because he had home team advantage. Now, will he do that? I'm not sure. You know what I mean? But he has unfinished business with Tyson Fury. You know, really, he doesn't. He lost. He was exposed. You know, he needs more training because he looked bad in there. You know what I mean? He looked bad. He looked frustrated. And then, you know, in the post conference, of course, they coached him. Hey, man, don't say you're frustrated. Don't do this. Don't say that. You know, I mean, he knew what to say to save face. Like, no, I wasn't frustrated. I think I gave as much as it. No, you didn't, sir. You got outpunched. Hell, like I said in my other video, he threw a damn hammer fist in there. And I'm like, where in the hell are you getting a hammer fist from, sir? Are you Conor McGregor? No. What is that? But the frustration set in because he couldn't land those punches, you know, and he was desperate, I feel. So, but yeah, the next fight should be in the UK, definitely. And, but of course, hey, no one lost. So it's not an uproar. We're not turning over cars and breaking out windows and shit. So chill. But people can watch that fight for themselves and see who is the winner by default, by Tyson Fury showing heart by getting off the canvas. He won because he got up, obviously. You know what I mean? Because that punch that hit him, followed with that left hook, he didn't supposed to get up from that shit. So we have to address that, okay? So this fight, the aftermath of this fight is brewing. This is volume 1 officially because there are going to be more. We have to stay tuned to see what develops after this, what Tyson Fury decides to do, what Deontay Wilder decides to do. And we just got to stay tuned, guys. So when it does develop, I will be here. I will be reporting. You guys tell me what you think about this video, about everything. Of course, please subscribe. Thank you guys for the support. You guys been counterpunched. Peace.